What is up, YouTube? So since posting my Astrix Sound tutorial, I've had a couple of requests of guys who can't seem to get the Chaos LFO or the Chaos section in Serum to function like I had got it in the video. I'm not sure if they're using older versions, and I got a couple of guys also using different VSTs to try piece the sound together and didn't quite get the results that they wanted. So I'm going to show you guys two alternative routes to create a similar sort of effect using Serum, or you can pretty much apply it to any other VSTs. So yeah, let's dive in. So the idea is that some of the guys mentioned that their version of Serum either doesn't have the sample and hold button, or the sound is not functioning sort of how I got it in the video. So I decided that there's actually another way you can route the setup to create a similar sort of effect, but without using the Chaos section. So my idea was to create another LFO. If you want the sound, follow the video. I'll post the link in the top right corner. So just follow that and you should have a very similar setup to what we've got going at the moment. So you want to change all these Chaos 1 settings over to LFO 2 over here. And then what we want to do is just draw a simple like square shape like this on LFO 2. Let's listen to what this is doing. So the idea is we want to snap the modulation to a specific grid, say the 1/4 grid or whichever grid fits the track that you're looking for. I believe Astrix was using a 1/4 grid for this specific track. And then what we want to do is we want to program the amplitude of that modulation to change over time. So how we can do that is we can set up a third LFO to modulate the aux source of these LFO2s. So let's just set this up over here. And let's listen to this now. Now to create a sort of element of randomness, what we can do is we can create a fourth LFO, and we can get that to modulate the speed of LFO 3. Set this up over here. And then let's just play it and adjust this amount to fit what we're going for. We also want to just make sure we set this rate of LFO 4 down quite low, something like 4 bars or something like that. We can even create a bit of variation now if we want to hold shift and just create like our own sort of modulation pattern here, just to create like some variation over the time of that the sound is playing. Cool, so I'm going to save this variation and upload it for my Patreon supporters. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the original sound that I had again. And now I'm going to show you guys a different method using Serum's note-on randomizer. So how it works is basically it takes a triggered note input and randomizes a sort of CC message or randomizes a modulation message based on each triggered note input. So how we set it up is we can actually just change all these chaos ones over to note on rand 1 over here. So now the idea is we actually got to change the sound a little bit, because what we had set up was one note to trigger all the different hits. We need to adjust it to suit the note triggers that we're going to be sending to it. So what we want to do is we want to change the envelope here, turn the attack all the way down, and then LFO 1 over here we actually want to switch off in the modulation matrix. Just switch this off completely and then turn it back up again. So let's just hear if we've got the correct setting here. Cool, that's exactly what I want. So now what we're gonna do is let's go back to the MIDI that we've got here. And we can actually just select all of them, drag them so that they're a 16th note long, and then just duplicate them so there's 6 of them in sequence. So then finally, there's that sort of side chain type of effect with the volume of the sound, which we had created previously using the envelope. So now we can actually just recreate that using the LFO over here. So what we want to do is we can actually reset it up to modulate this level over here. Just like that. I'm going to save this one as well and also upload it for my Patreon supporters. And there you have it, 2 different variations to create that Astrix sound without using the Chaos Oscillator. Let me know in the comments if that helped you guys out. As always, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon page if you're keen on supporting me. See you guys next time.